Welcome to my very first episode of Beauty Around the World, a new series where I explore global beauty traditions from the inside out. We're talking skincare secrets, age-old rituals, and the foods women around the world swear by to feel and look their best. Today I'm sitting down with my dear friend Isabella, known online as Confessions of a Super Ager. We met through social media and instantly clicked. She's warm, wise, has the biggest heart, and oh so honest about what beauty means in her culture. In this episode, Isabella opens up about something that truly stopped me in my tracks. She shares her experience growing up in the Philippines, where skin lightening is deeply normalized, and how she was criticized for being too dark. It's raw, personal, and something many of us never have to think about. Every episode of the series will spotlight a different country and a new perspective on beauty, aging, and self-care. So if you're a beauty lover, skincare enthusiast, or just curious about the world, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join me on this global journey. Welcome to my first interview in my new series, Beauty Around the World. I have my good friend Isabella who's joining us today.
Hello.
And we are going to talk about traditional Filipino self-care beauty from the inside out.
And we know each other because we're both influencers.
Yes.
We met on social media and we've become really good friends. Yeah.
So how long have you lived in the States for?
So since 1990.
So, okay.
Don't make me do the math.
No, that's... we won't do that. Let's do that. So can you think of any traditions that your mom or your grandmother did that are unique to the Philippines that they've passed down to you?
Yes. Filipino, like the culture, taking care of your skin. No Filipino is going to go under the sun. Like it is a nice sunny day and everybody has an umbrella.
So they know the benefits of protecting your skin.
Yes. There's also a little bit about, Filipinos don't tend to like being dark. Can I say that?
Yes, no, we've actually talked about this, and we know it's a touchy subject, but I think it's important for people to know.
Yeah, I don't really know where that stems from because, Filipinos, it's a tropical country, so indigenous Filipinos were brown skinned like I am.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, Filipinos are obsessed with skincare, but I will tell you that you will see aisles in any beauty store, grocery store, department store of lightening products, skincare products.
Yeah, you did mention it's still like that.
It's still like that to this
year. So we've discussed this before, and you've shared with me a little bit that of the mental side of that.
Yes, so things that you hear from friends who called you dark or called you names that relatives who forbade you to play outside because you're getting dark and you had this like, oh, my skin color is not pretty.
I can't even imagine. Yeah.
It really does a good, like for me, personally, as you can see, I'm olive skin, I'm tanned. I was very lucky that I had a grandmother on my grandfather's side. My grandfather being the white Caucasian, like the Spaniard, and my grandmother being olive skin, like the Filipina. She made me really, really feel beautiful. Like she was always very complimentary. I'm going to get teary-eyed. No, and that's really where I think I would, a lot of the self-care, I would credit to her and my mother. Stems from that. But on the flip side of it, like, you play outside. So it's bright and sunny. It's like Florida weather, right? And you're outside, you're playing, you get dark. But I would have my aunts or, people tell me to stop playing because you're getting dark. So it's kind of a little sad. It wasn't really until, so you get self-conscious about that growing up, right? And you get teased and bullied about the color of your skin.
I appreciate you sharing that with us. I really do. So would you say now as an adult that doesn't bother you?
No, it wasn't actually until I traveled to Europe and came here and people were so envious of the golden toe skin and the tan and the natural, you know, because, I hear you guys saying, like my friends, I'm so pale. So, it goes both ways.
Right. That's
right.
That is true.
So, but I think, it's really just about taking care of your skin, regardless of what color it is.
Correct.
I think that is the important part. So, yeah, that's what we need to focus on.
Well, I appreciate you sharing that with us because I had no idea. So it's important that we have these conversations. Next, Isabella shares some of the beauty and food traditions passed down through her family, things uniquely Filipino that she grew up with and still carries with her today.
So we ate lots of vegetables, in the Philippines, lots of soups, the broths that you make obviously from scratch. My grandmother, this is my memory of my grandmother. So for breakfast, fruit, we have a lot of amazing fruit, right? Really great fruit. So papaya, we would eat a papaya. So basically, you just cut the papaya, you take out the seeds, they give you what looks like a bullet. It looks like a bullet when you cut it. And so you would just scoop out the flesh and eat it with a spoon. And after eating the meaty part of the papaya, my grandmother would take the skin and rub the papaya on your face. So we would do that as well, my sister and I as kids.
Was it like an exfoliant?
More like it... I guess it when you washed it off with a cloth, yes, you would that exfoliate, but just the nutrients of that like sinking into your skin.
Interesting.
And, it starts to tighten and dry up, right, obviously. And then we would just rinse our face and wipe it off. But
So that's for sale.
kind of like that mask, that natural mask.
Yeah, good from the inside out.
Plus you're eating literally. And just the skincare, the routine. Like I just saw my grandmother and my mother have that. And you would as a little girl, sneak into their vanity and like, oh, what's this? And you're putting it on. But, grew up very big on rinsing my face and washing it and having our own set of products to moisturize, at a young age. Obviously, it's a mole.
Up next, she shares a natural ingredient deeply rooted in Filipino culture, one that I absolutely love for both skincare and wellness.
Coconut oil is big in our culture because we roll coconut. Yes, we use coconut oil really fresh. You can ask somebody because coconut trees would be in your backyard. So the fruit, you see something and the young fruit, you have somebody climb off the coconut tree and get me what. So you cut that open or you drink the juice first, and then the soft meat, you scoop that up and it's so refreshing. But if you have like a more mature coconut, so the meat is harder, you would grate that. So you grate it, so it would look like Parmesan cheese that you just grated, and you would add a little bit of water and you squeeze the milk out of the coconut.
Wow.
And so that first press is like coconut milk.
Okay.
And then you can add that to soups. You can add that to your drink, milk, your coffee, whatever. And then the more you cook that, it turns into oil.
Oh, interesting.
And then you can do obviously lather your skin with coconut.
Right. Well, we all know how amazing.
Yes. And your hair and do kind of
your cheese too.
So yes, you take a scoop, and kind of melt, rinse your teeth with coconut oil.
Yeah. They say pulling.
Pulling. Yes. Yeah.
Teeth. Yes, and it does work.
Teeth pulling.
Yes. Yeah. Right. Yes. You would use it as a mask and.
Just moisturize all over your hair and leave it on. Yeah, wrap it with a hot towel and then shampoo.
Yeah. And I do every once in a while at night, I'll put it on the ends of my hair and pull it up and then wash it the next day to help with split ends. It really is a great ingredient.
It is.
It's not as fresh.
Yes. I've had it off the trees. Yeah.
But those were amazing traditions and advice, and I'm going to get back on the coconut train for sure. Before we finish, I asked her to share one piece of advice for women everywhere on feeling beautiful and confident.
You are important. Prioritize yourself. Do what makes you feel confident. At the end of the day, confidence is beauty.
I love this. Confidence is beauty.
Confidence is beauty. So, yeah,
shows.
It shows. It's the one thing, whatever it could be your smile, you're confident about your hair, your whatever it is. You celebrate that, you uplift that. We all have things we're not happy with, of course, right? So don't make that a priority. Take the ones that you're proud of, the work that you've put in, and take care of yourself, whatever that may be, and run with it.
Yes.
Celebrate it and be confident.
Oh, I love that. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. I'm so honored to be your first guest.
Oh, me too. I'm so glad. Oh my gosh, she's gonna be a great series.
This gives me so much beauty advice. It's amazing. I love following all your advice.
You always say that, and it makes me feel like with you. You're at that age. Thank you.
I love the series.
We would love to know in the comments, are there any traditions that have been passed down to you from your family members? We would love to hear that. If you like this content, definitely subscribe and follow along for my next Beauty Around the World guest.